Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. George Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And I got Mr. Bumpy Road Brewery here with me.
Cheers.
And we're going to try something new. I haven't had this. He hasn't had it. Actually got this at the brewery. It's from Greater Good. It's Bigg Summer. It's an 8% ABV New England style IPA with pineapples. And there's a little description on the back about summer and blah, blah, blah. And Greater Good is out of Worcester, Mass. Okay. And it's the only all imperial, America's first anyway, all imperial brewery. Everything is 8% plus. All right. Looks nice and juicy. And it's less than a month old, so pretty dang fresh.
Very white head on this. Frothy.
Yeah. The lighting in here is not the best. I think it's a little bit brighter than it's coming across on camera. It's like a bright, murky
Hold it up to the...
orange. Yeah.
I think it's probably more on the yellow side than what it's coming out.
It looks a lot more orange, I think, on camera than it does to the naked eye.
It basically looks like pineapple juice if you hold it up to light, get some light.
Yeah. And there's actually a little bit of sediment in mine. Nothing too big or anything, just a little bit of floaty action.
Well, pineapple for sure.
Pineapple. it smells like a typical juice bomb. Pineapple, some citrus, maybe a touch of mango in there too. And then the malt comes through as well. A little bit of a bready aroma.
Bready. There's that touch of a spice, herbal type aroma on the tail end for me.
Yeah. Definitely coming from the hops, like a what's that hop that gives a little bit of it's not Centennial. Although they probably do use the 3 C's in here. Yeah, it smells good. Let's see what we get on the palate.
It's pretty juicy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That herbal note comes through a lot on the palate. Very herbal, almost like a little bit of a grassiness too.
Yep.
Like a grassy hop note on the back end. And it's really the pineapple, it kind of diminishes the pineapple a little bit, the herbal grassy note that you get on the back end.
I think the pineapple is there from the start to finish, but you get hit with that kind of herbal, spicy, grassy right up front.
Yeah, this is nice. It's juicy, but the herbal grassy notes are really dominating the palate. At least my palate. That's the primary flavor note that I'm getting. A little bit of the pineapple, tropical fruit, citrus. But I was expecting like a huge burst of pineapple, being that it's a New England style IPA to begin with, so it's already got the juicy hop notes. Then you throw the pineapple on top of that. I was expecting a pineapple explosion in my mouth, and that's not the case at all.
I think it kind of comes off a little bit like cooked pineapple.
Yeah,
It's like a darker pineapple instead of being super bright.
right. This is interesting. I like it.
A little bit of straw on the back end, I find, as well, out of the malt.
And you do get the bready malt notes in the middle, kind of like a wheat bread characteristic. Most IPAs use wheat malt anyway, especially the juicy ones, wheat, and sometimes
Oats, flaked oats.
yeah, the flaked oats. I was gonna say it's almost as if they probably don't use rye malt, but because of the hop profile, it gives it that little bit of a spicy kick. It could be interpreted as like a rye malt type of thing.
Yeah.
We just had the rye sour, and it's got a little bit of that rye note,
Yeah.
even though it may not use rye malt at all. So the hops they use are Galaxy and Sabro hops.
Mm.
It says clean citrus, coconut, and stone fruit aromas match perfectly with bountiful amounts of fresh pineapple. I'm not really getting coconut or stone fruit though. Stone fruit would be like peach or like an apricot or something like that. I'm not really getting so much of that.
Would pomegranate be considered a stone fruit?
No, stone fruit is where it's
got the
just
pit
got
in
the
the middle.
pit in the middle. Pomegranate is I don't know. I don't know.
Little pits.
I don't know what the hell pomegranate is like a. I don't know. It's a biracial fruit. I really like this. I'm thinking,
Medium body on it.
yeah,
Medium carbonation.
yeah, medium body, medium carbonation. The finish, it's got the juicy characteristics, but the bitterness from the hops and then the drying effect from the 8%, a little slightly elevated alcohol, kind of dries the palate out. So I would say that it starts out juicy,
it's
but
slightly
it's
piney on the finish. I think
there's a little bit of a resinous note too.
not harsh though.
No, not at all. But it does kind of dry the palate out as you swallow it down. I think because of the hops that they use, the bitterness from that, and then the elevated alcohol. Even though it's not boozy at all, you really don't taste any. It doesn't taste like an elevated alcohol beer.
No, but I'd say based off of like the amount of beers that we've drank over the years, a lot of them being 8%. I say this falls right in line with a lot of 8%ers.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's unique. A lot of the New England IPAs, you drink so many of them, and a lot of them are very similar. This one has a lot of different flavor notes with the slight resinous, the grassy herbal thing. It's nice. I'm gonna go 94 out of 100. It's a pretty solid A. I feel like if there was a little bit more pineapple, that it would be better, just because that's what it says on the label. It's loads of pineapple. I'm not really getting loads of pineapple. I'm getting just a little bit of pineapple, but it is nice and juicy and a nice balance between the hops, the malt.
Yeah, it does have a balance. The thing that's throwing me off just a bit is it is that tail end, that kind of hay type flavor. Like it tastes like I'm eating some straw, some grass straw, hay on the very finish right before the bitterness kind of really kicks in.
Yeah.
But overall, it's balanced. It's not too harsh with the bitterness. There's some decent flavor notes coming through. You get both maltiness and hoppiness. It's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm right there with you, right at a 94.
94. All right. So there you go, guys. If you can get Greater Good beers in your area, this is a new release from them. It's definitely worth it. I think the 4-pack was $12.99, $13.99. It's probably a little bit more expensive if you were to get it in the store, but at the brewery, it's kind of a deal. All right, so there you go. 94 out of 100 for the Greater Good
Ding.
Bigg Summer New England IPA with pineapples. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Thanks to Bumpy for joining me, and more to come soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.